Would you just look at this delicious and amazing pulled pork sandwich with some fresh, spicy jalapeno, tomatillo slaw, bring a little tanginess to the party. We are gonna make all this today on the Keveri H1. We also have a special guest in-house today, Antonio Montes, the founder of Keveri and the inventor of the H1 himself. Let's make this food right now. Before we get started, I want to introduce my colleague in this video, Antonio Montes of Keveri. He's the founder of Keveri, inventor of the H1, a Chilean backyard barbecue master aficionado. I just want to say thank you very much for working with us on this series of videos and for coming to the house and cooking with me today.
Thank you for inviting me. This is a pleasure. Actually, I was loving the video, so to be here, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
All right, I'm going to have Antonio help me season this pork butt. We're going to do the most simple, basic seasoning method that we possibly can. The exact same method that we use in the restaurant. We're going to use our Dalmatian rub. It just so happens that we have this amount, which is going to be the perfect amount for this pork butt.
Okay.
This is very simply just volumetric, 2-to-1, 16 mesh black pepper, and kosher salt. So kind of, you know, Texas style barbecue, salt and pepper. It's all about that coarse grain.
Beautiful.
That nice crunchy bark for the seasoning. So you're just gonna kind of spread this out here and pick this up and all sides. Just completely coat it, all sides.
Perfect.
That's what you're gonna do.
You prefer this as shaking it from the top?
Yeah, you know, shaking it from the top, I find usually gets a mess everywhere. You see a lot of people with like foil or paper or something out everywhere. And that's fine too. I like formulating these rubs where you can get full coverage, you know. We're cooking a piece of meat like this, a big piece of meat like this, we have one chance to get seasoning on the outside. So I think we should put as much as we possibly can.
This makes so much sense.
Yeah. So you can even pick up the stuff on the sides. We always pick up the stuff on the sides and kind of like sprinkle it on top and make sure it works its way into every little crevice and nook and cranny. That looks perfect. Go ahead and put it on this tray. This is pretty much ready to go on to Keveri. So I think we should probably take this outside.
Of course.
And put it on.
Awesome. Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay.
Okay, I know this one.
Yeah. Time to get this thing fired up here. So I think the goal with this is going to be go into kind of the classic mode.
I love the classic mode.
Yeah, we're going to go, it's like a hot roast basically. We're going to try to render some juices in fat.
Okay.
And have that drip onto the coal bed. Those are going to vaporize, create that kind of like direct heat smoke that we're after.
I love that. For me, it's new. All the time that I try the pulled pork is more the low and slow. So, but I tried it at the restaurant today and it was amazing. So I want to learn.
Yeah, so there's a lot of direct radiant heat. There's also going to be convective heat. It's going to be really tasty. We're going to create a really nice bark with this.
So you were mentioning classic mode. So for me, the classic mode is like you're going to put like 2-3 pounds of charcoal in the middle and light it with the fire starts in the bottom. That's what you have in mind for it, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Push it in.
Inside. Perfect. So I am from Chile. I'm not from Texas, obviously. And when I was a kid, the Home Depot arrived to Chile, and they bring some water smoker, like the bullet smokers.
Yeah.
So in the weekends, I was doing Patagonian fire. In the weekdays, I was smoking my way without any kind of tradition. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then when I was designing a product, I really wanted versatility. I wanted to bring to people something that they can cook a lot of things with. So I started designing something that was able to recreate all of those experiences. And we ended up with this. So yeah, that's kind of like the story.
Nice. Okay, so I'm seeing the charcoal is definitely lit. I want the pit to come up slowly. I want the heat to come up slowly and the heat to come up for this a little bit slowly. So I'm gonna put this on right now and we are gonna close this up, watch the heat come up. I think we're gonna keep all the vents open until everything is up and then we'll kind of like start shutting them down and then see where it levels out.
That sounds perfect to me.
4-4, right?
Yeah, 4 and 4. Bottom vent open completely and the chimney too.
Awesome, well, let's go finish up this prep inside while this thing smokes away.
Cool.
Okay, for the toppings, we are going to do a kind of Mexican-inspired slaw. I'm going to cut down this cabbage. I'm going to thinly slice some jalapenos. I'm going to thinly slice some tomatillos. I'm going to rough chop some cilantro, and then zest and juice some limes. Mix that up together with some olive oil, throw in a little salt and pepper, and then that's gonna be that. We're gonna start checking out this new knife roll Keveri guys brought with them. Waxed cotton. And I gotta say, I always like getting chef gifts, and I always like when they are like really useful too. Look at this, can fit a full slicer in here. Okay, good rule of thumb if you're making a little slaw on the fly. You've got your base, right? It could be a cabbage. A little bit of aromatic in the form of, you can do shallot, you could do a bunch of other different stuff. I did jalapeno. We're gonna do a little bit of herbs in the form of cilantro, and we're doing some acid in the form of tomatillo and lime. Aromatics, acid, herbs. Smells incredible. Okay. All right, Antonio's got to try this. I'm gonna call him in, have him try some. Okay, still cruising on our temp gauge, a little bit under 350, like 345. This thing has been rolling for a few hours now, and we are going to put it in the foil boat. I'm thinking that it's going to be right around 175 internal. That's kind of what we're aiming for. All right, let's open her up. Oh!
That's looking nice.
Looks wonderful.
Look at those bubbly. Ooh,
feels beautiful. Nice and firm. Fat's breaking down really well. Okay, I'm gonna get some foil ready, and we're gonna wrap it in the boat. Okay, I got hot hands as a professional chef.
Okay.
Ooh, just a little bit sticking to the bottom. No big thing. These will just be our little snacks.
I love that.
Pitmaster's privilege right here. Oh, let's get a little bite.
I can't believe how different it is from the lowest low.
Right?
So different, man. It's
so good, so crispy, so delicious. So to do the boat, we're gonna flip these up and then crimp out.
Okay.
So start kind of like that? Yeah, tight to the meat, just like that. So what's gonna happen here is this foil's gonna protect the kind of bottom of it.
No,
like a little bit of juices and fat are gonna kind of collect in the sides and the bottom here. It's gonna braise a little bit, and the top's gonna stay crunchy.
No, I love it.
Okay, we're gonna put this thing back in here. Don't think we need any more coals right now. There's still a little bit of black on top, so I think we still have a little bit of heat left in here. We'll close this up. We're already good. I think we will set back at the temperature that we want. We only dropped a little bit, about 50 degrees, 275.
Yeah, that the reader is usually the one that it's that drops in temperature. Yeah. So that's the reason why it takes a little bit. Yeah. But it's gonna get to the exactly same temperature in, I don't know, a few minutes. Awesome. How long?
Usually it's only an hour and a half, 2 hours after you put it in the boat. It's, I mean, it's pretty much already cooked all the way. We just want it to kind of like relax a little bit.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this slaw it's not like a mayo-based slaw. We're keeping it super fresh, super light, nice and acidic. Jalapeno, tomatillos, cilantro, fresh lime zest, and juice.
Man, the smell is so fresh. I love it.
Get in there. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
It's good, right? It's going to go great on top of the sandwich or right by the side. Man. I was saying we might just switch it up and do a taco too. We'll see.
I'm loving the idea. I love both, but yeah. When I have like a fatty piece like pork, it goes always with this kind of fresh salad or slaws. Exactly. I love it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna copy that, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch the video later because I missed this.
Yeah, I mean, something like this is stuff that's missing in barbecue a lot, I think. That really fresh component, that really kind of like crunch, that acid, those herbs, that kind of just like lift everything up because barbecue is so heavy, it's so intense, it's so smoky, it's so fatty. But this stuff is exactly what we want. Cool. How's the pit out there?
Perfect.
Cruising?
Yeah, and same temperature.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Okay. I really think our pork shoulder is going to be nice and tender. Gonna pull this out.
Oh, the color of that. Oh my goodness.
Think that's tender? That bone's about to come out. Another benefit of the foil boat, it's got the little handles on the side. Aluminum doesn't get that hot.
The built-in handles.
That's right. So I'm gonna close this down. We'll take this inside to rest, and then we'll pick it and chop it up, make our sandwiches.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, after this has rested just a little bit, I think I'm ready to start picking this thing and start going at it and start making some sandwiches. It feels super, super tender. The bone, first thing, I'm just gonna pull that out.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, my goodness.
So I'm gonna keep the foil boat kind of intact because I wanna pick all this hog and pull it like in the boat, and then I'm gonna mix a little bit of sauce in here, the Ron Lewis mustard barbecue sauce. Really, the way that I wanna do this is not just like mash it with a bone or something. I wanna like separate these meat fibers and make sure that I'm actually picking this thing and like kind of actually having a little bit of texture to it still.
That's nice, man. It's
Yeah.
like chunky.
Details, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
That way you can kind of preserve some of these crusty pieces, you know?
Yeah, you can enjoy the bark more if you have
Exactly.
a bigger...
As we can see, we've got a bunch of nice kind of big chunky pieces here. You know, and we always like sauce the pork a little bit too. If you fully break it up in the beginning and have it like almost like a mush in the beginning, then you're gonna add the sauce and mix it. It's gonna be even finer broken up. So keeping the textured pieces is always good. That way when you mix it again.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with a nicer product. Love it.
So now we've got our pork all picked. We're gonna go on with some of our mustard barbecue sauce. This is like a sweet sauce.
Can you put a little bit on here
Spices.
to try it out?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh,
Nice sweet mustard sauce.
sweet, but a lot of acidity too.
Tangy,
It's
oh,
tangy. Yeah, so good.
Gonna mix this up a little bit more, pull some of these pieces a little bit more. This looks perfect.
Looks really good.
Get all those chunky pieces mixed in through there too. Nice and textured. I'm gonna let this hang out for just a second while we toast the buns. Sure. And then it's time to plate up and eat. Gotta have a toasted bun.
It's looking wonderful.
Okay, we got 2 toasted buns. Now, make our little pork piles.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely make sure we get some of that crusty bark in there. Don't want to go too big.
That's not too big?
I don't think so. That's a good size, right?
Oh, it looks wonderful. So now the slaw.
Slaw. I think I want just a little bit on top. Then our tortillas. Some more hog.
It's looking so good. Are you more of a tortilla guy or sandwich guy?
I'm a tortilla guy. I'm half Mexican. I think my wife actually says I'm like 60% taco. If you are what you eat. There we go.
My goodness.
Look at this. How about that, huh?
No, man.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha. This smells great. Looks great. You know, I think I have to dive into the tortilla first. The bun is kind of what I originally envisioned this as. I just wanted to go very simplistic because, like, I don't want to go too crazy with ideas and recipes on the at-home, kind of like use a Keveri, make it work, cook it the way that we would at the restaurant, and then kind of like do something similar idea-wise.
I agree. I agree.
I think we should see how it tastes.
Okay, yeah, sure, man.
All right, I'm going to go for the taco first.
This is so good. This is the best taco that you can have in Austin right now.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'll say that the subtle smokiness on the pork is just so good. It's pairing so well with just that bright, fresh, like just a little bit spicy salsa. I love that. I think I'm also really going to love this sandwich. I'm going to dig into this sandwich.
So good. Just like this, like very simple, just a slaw and the pulled pork. Honestly, I think that the taco it's better. Like it's a better canvas for something simpler.
Yeah, taco I think is fantastic here. Thank you, Antonio. Thanks for joining me here. Thanks for cooking with me here.
Thanks for the invitation. This was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. So
Yeah.
thank you very, very much. And do this at home for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, I think that's probably it for this one. We'll see you next time. Cooking pizzas. Keveri H1.